And we're back with Phoenix Wright. Time to cross-examine the witness. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time. So, it was Christmas Eve, just right past midnight, fair enough. You were in your car, yep. I heard this bang come from the lake. When I looked, there was two gents on a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't an area thing on the lake but the boat. Okay, but have you seen the fact that this gun shot 3 times? Oh, never mind. Carry on. I thought since the gun fired 3 times, it was just like, okay, this is what we need. Time to press everything then. One of these options gotta be right. Okay, just after midnight. Just after midnight, you say? In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Huh, yeah, well, yes. Shut up, Von Kama. I know you want to find contradictions, but really... I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to this trial. Witness, continue your testimony. Wait. Okay, so you were in your car. Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at Mojave University. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Yeah, let's press further. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research? Shut up, Von Kama. I want information. Any little bit of information. What does the witness motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. What now? I'm the one who says that. Well then, say it already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. Okay, so you weren't looking at the lake at that time? Nope. I looked after I heard the noise. She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness. Are you sure it was 2 gents? Could you clearly see the 2 men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? Uh-oh. Press further. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the 2 men. Yeah, well, of course. The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Then there was another bang. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure. You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble. Von Kama, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal can be. That sounds pretty sure. Press further. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained. Yes, of course. Oh, great. Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you're unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But, Your Honor... You keep your promises. Mr. Wright, I am afraid that I will have to penalize any further outburst by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? Nick! Lana's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean, but... if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe we cover the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who? was me. Maya? Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I do not. Lotta Heart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta? Did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire the pistol? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swears it. I saw Edgeworth. Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No. But we weren't the one who did anything. Wait, I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
Huh. What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Wrong.
What?
Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She just said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Suck it, Von Karma.
Order. You are in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection.
I'm sorry, Von Karma, but I cannot.
What?
Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. This defense does have a right to cross-examine her again.
But he is in contempt of court.
No, I am. If you're gonna arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya. See, you weren't useless. You brought us a few precious moments.
Puh, I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses.
I'm running out of time. I better find a contradiction in here or else.
Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
That last statement. I saw it clearly as day. It was Mr. Edgeworth on the boat? I don't think so. Well, what about the other man?
You cannot expect to be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. Well, I believe your claim there was a contradiction in the witness testimony. Well, find it, if you can.
No, that's a fair point. Like, damn, that's it? Uh-oh. I don't know if I can find anything in that. But I can't squander Maya's efforts either. I was gonna say, the contradiction is, if she saw one, she clearly saw the other, which means she should be able to tell us who it was without having to look at the autopsy report, right? Fine, let's just present the lake photo. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took. The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with a professional high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the face of the men on the boats. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? Yeah, how?
Mr. Wright has a point.
Shut up, Von Karma.
That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please.
Yet now she has said it, Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself.
Miss Hart?
What?
Could you please
I cannot get the judge's voice because of Von Karma in the room.
Could you see the defendant that night?
Of course. I said I could see it. I mean I could.
Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting.
I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. How Edgeworth was seen. You're right, it was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See, no problem.
So you used binoculars.
Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good. How Edgeworth was seen. Okay, temperature doesn't matter. There was indeed thick fog. So once you was finished out of the camera, you got back in the car. Sure, that's fine. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. Why? Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? I've got doubts about your camera too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers?
The camera is irrelevant to this case.
You can't say that for certain.
Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this, if you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about this camera?
Yeah, because the gun shot 3 times, yet only 2 photos were taken. I want to know why. This is the make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to the entire case. Therefore, I'll continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there.
Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear ya. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. When I heard the noise out of the lake, I looked up with my binoculars. Why the doubt? No, it's why the shame. X to doubt. Like, excuse me. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake for to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on the lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight hard.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badger my witness because of her challenged intellect.
Now wait a minute.
Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth.
Good.
No unnecessary comments, please.
But wasn't the camera? Shouldn't it be facing the sky? You were photographing shooting stars. That's a lie. Says who? I saw that camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Yeah, my dude. You could have at least tried to come up with a better lie.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor.
Well, then what exactly was she trying to photograph?
Show evidence. Your Honor, take a look at this.
What was Miss Hart?
Oh, what was Miss Hart trying to photograph of the lake? She was trying to get a picture of Gordy. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph.
What's this, a newspaper article? Gordy. Ah, the sighting at Gourd Lake.
Well, Miss Hart? I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake to take a picture of this Gordy. Court records. I think once again it's the camera. I have proof. I have it. Proof.
Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. What is the proof the witness was trying to photograph Gordy the Lake Monster?
Again, it's the camera. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus the photograph here taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here this article about Gordy. According to the article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had to set your camera to respond to loud noises.
Order. I see. I too thought it was a little strange.
Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart? You were camping there to try to take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah, not bad. All you lawyers, that's smart. So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it?
Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist.
Hey!
But as she so succulently said, so what? It changes nothing.
Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right, fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. And I'm gonna spot it. Yeah, Von Karma, we left you speechless with our grade A detective skills. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative researcher, photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard that bang, I looked right straight at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands and heard another gunshot. I was looking right at the boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or photographer has no bearings on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with pointless cross-examinations.
I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because why? Was there a contradiction?
Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself, you must have something in mind. Huh, there would be a first?
Haha, very funny.
You understand that this is your last chance at cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor. But we're gonna leave that cross-examination for the next episode. So until then, bye for now.